pick. All right. Welcome back to another episode of On the Clock with your host, Tyler Jennings. And now we've got Conor Dorney with us today instead of Jared, who's still taking care of some stuff at home. And luckily for Jared, I did play the right intro video this time. So we're going to have everything ready to go.
Good.
But we've got an exciting guest with us today. He's the number 6 prep prospect on our top 50 board over at Just Baseball. We have got EJ Booth out of, I believe it's Bassfield, Mississippi. So EJ, welcome to the show, man. How are you?
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you on. And, it's been an exciting journey for you having watched you this past summer. But for anybody that doesn't know your name or isn't aware of who you are, feel free to just tell people about your journey into amateur baseball and how you've gotten to this point.
Well, my real name is Eric Booth Jr., but growing up, I've always been EJ. Just growing up, I played different sports, football, baseball, basketball. But growing up, baseball has just always been in my heart, and I just feel like baseball is something I want to do for a long time. Like growing up, I would go outside all day, hit rocks and sticks all the time, and just during football and basketball season, I always do something with baseball. So I just growing up more and more, I grew more love for it, and I stopped football around 6th grade and stopped basketball around 9th grade and just really dialed in on baseball. So it's been a great journey, and I reached a lot of goals. So I just want to continue to grow and be a better player.
That's awesome. And speaking of football, I know your father was a really accomplished football player. So having him as a previous athlete, how did he impact your game growing up and how you've become the person that you are and the player that you are?
He impacted it pretty well. Just him going through that experience, being able to play football and baseball. He actually got drafted out of high school for baseball, so him just knowing what you got to do to get to that point just kind of was a big help, and just having him there was pretty good. So
That's awesome. Going into this past summer, you get invited to USA 18U training camp, go to a whole bunch of these summer events. For you, what was the main focus of the summer? Was it to just kind of play your own game and let everything kind of happen after? Or was there a mindset of, I'm going to prove that I'm the best player, not only in my state, but one of the best in the country?
I say really my main focus was really just go out there and have fun and just be myself and just let God just work it out for me. So
Yeah. Hey, it worked out for you because you jumped
yeah.
all the way up to number 6. So the biggest thing, obviously, people have always you've been highly touted for having the ability to contact the baseball and also impact it as well. I know people have said something about the swing is kind of atypical, but it's obviously worked for you. So has there been any major tweaks to the swing throughout the years that have really helped you find another gear? Or is it kind of just, it feels great, it's worked, and we're going to keep it that way?
I really say just spacing it out a little bit, spacing my arms away from my body a little bit really helped me out a lot. So really right now I'm just stick with that until it stop working or I see something better. So
Yeah. Hey, I'll just say it now. If I see you hit a ball with a wood bat at 108 in summer, that's a good thing. So,
yes, sir.
yeah, Connor, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, coming from an athletic family, your athleticism really jumps out. When you watch you play. How do you balance playing fast, with playing under control?
Really, I balance it pretty well. Just knowing it's baseball, so you're not gonna always be great. You're gonna have some down moments. So I just really, as I play, I just stay calm and just stay myself. Like I said at the beginning, just go out there and really just have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know you mentioned playing multiple sports. Obviously, we're kind of, in an era of athletics where a lot of kids are being pushed to specialize in one particular sport very early on. There's a lot of development tracks that, coaches and other, industry members will push. How do you feel your experience in multiple sports has helped you throughout your career, and what kind of things do you draw on from your other experience in basketball and football, for example, that help you apply that to your game in baseball?
I say really with football, just footwork and different hip turns and different things like that. And basketball just helps you stay in shape all the time. So I say really playing all three sports growing up, it really helped out a lot. So with me growing and getting bigger and stronger, it worked out pretty good.
Now, obviously, the on-field athleticism, the preparation, those are things that you're constantly working on. But in terms of the mental side of the game, how do you approach that element and staying consistent and staying grounded and making sure you don't get too high or too low in any particular moment?
But with that, I tell myself baseball is a game of failure. So you're not gonna always be great at the game. So you just gotta play at the levels it is and just leave it behind you and think to the next play. So just try not to get out of your game.
Now, I'll go one more here and then turn it back over to Tyler. But what are some of your coming into the season? A lot of eyes on you. You've had a lot of experience at some of against some of the highest level of competition on the circuit. What are some of your personal goals that you have coming into the season?
Really just hiring my batting average, stolen bases and home runs and all those different things in that type area from last year. So
Awesome. And I kind of want to go back to the mental side too, where you recognize that like, if something happens, you move on, you move past it. Um, is there any particular moment in your career to date to where you've felt the opposite, but you force yourself to continue playing and you continue to just move on to the next part? Because I know athletes go through all these different phases where your mind's telling you you can't do it or anything like that. And that was something I struggled with growing up. So kind of just want to see like, hey, has there been a moment where this has happened and I kind of just want to quit, but you force yourself to keep going?
I'll say there have been moments where in the game you've been struggling a little bit and your head's telling you can't do it. But like I said, you just in the game, you gotta just leave that behind you and think forward. And, don't be that one selfish player and just be up and help your team out.
Awesome. I love a team player. Love a team player. Kind of want to move on to the to Vanderbilt here. You've been committed to them for quite a while now. In being from the deep south, SEC ball is highly prevalent in your area. Why did you pick Vandy over, an in-state school like Ole Miss or Mississippi State? What kind of stood out to you in Vanderbilt and Tim Corbin's crew?
Really, what stood out to me was the coaching staff first, and like they're just like really a family based team and coaching staff, and I just felt like they could develop me as a both player and person, and I see like the different outfitters they have grown out through the system to get drafted. So I feel like that will help me out pretty good. And also
Yeah.
getting a degree there from there wouldn't be bad at all. So
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, it's definitely fascinating. Have you spoken with Tim Corbin personally? I assume you have.
yes, I know.
Yeah. How have conversations gone with him? I know Corbin he's always very tough on players. And I know some people really like that fact about him. And having spoken to him myself, he's a really just well-rounded gentleman, basically. Um, but your interactions with him, what have they been like? How excited are you to be able to play for him with the V on your chest?
He's a pretty cool guy. He's a pretty good coach. My first conversation with him, it was pretty different from any other. It gave you some things to think about on the great side. So I just felt like talking to him was pretty good, and I'm just really excited to get up there and see what we can do.
Awesome. I assume you've also already been to Hawkins Field.
I have.
How do you like that field? How does that stand out to you?
I like it. I love it. Got the fans like all over, so just keep you engaged. And now they're getting something built in right field. So waiting to see what that's gonna look like.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't realize they were already doing the renovations over there.
I think they're doing it now. So
Okay, cool. And another thing too with Vanderbilt, their entire sports programs have been on the rise. Football has turned into a they were a top 15 ranked team. I do believe both the basketball squads, the men's and the women's, are undefeated at
I
this
think
point
they
in the
are.
season.
I saw that earlier. I think they're both undisputed right now. So
Yeah. So like, how does that make you feel as an incoming student to see that kind of program go from, baseball is the only sport that's been excelling in the past 10 or so years to now every single sport's turned into a bona fide competitor in the SEC?
made me feel great just seeing like all the sports just going up and developing more good players and becoming a better team in all sports. So it's really exciting to see how it's growing.
Awesome. Connor, do you have anything else you want to ask before we hop on to our On the Clock special?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to just say, are there any, you mentioned your conversations with Tim Corbin. Is there any particular piece of advice he gave you about like, your play on the field that you're looking to apply to your upcoming season? Any, adjustments or tweaks you're making mechanically or things like that?
Not really. Really with him, he didn't really talk much about baseball at all. It was really just conversations and just getting to know each other and just, just having a man-to-man talk.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and put you on the clock here. We're going to throw some rapid fire questions at you, kind of some stuff that, you've enjoyed at home or anything else like that. So for you, what is the go-to food spot in your hometown?
Well, really in my hometown, there's not really many places to eat. I stay in a little small town of Bassfield, but I'm usually in Hattiesburg all the time, where my school is located. And I would say the go-to is Chick-fil-A.
Never go wrong with Chick-fil-A.
You never go wrong
Never.
with that.
Now, I wish they were still open on, or I'm not going to say still because they've never been open on Sundays, but
You wish they made an exception.
yes, I wish they would, because honestly, there's days where I'm driving by one and it's like, oh, dang it, it's Sunday. I
It's
can't
like
go there.
you see in this clothes, that's when you want it the most.
That's cruel.
Exactly.
It's cruel.
All right. To date, what is the most memorable moment of your amateur career? Could be a summer circuit, could be high school ball, anything like that.
I'll probably say my first time hitting a home run in kid pitch.
Okay.
Wow, throwback there.
I took it a little far back.
I don't think I even had a single ball or a single home run or a single hit rather when I tried that. So,
But
Yeah.
if we say like between now and 2 years ago, I'd probably say winning the WWBA tournament. That was such a great experience.
which team were you with when you
Easy
guys won that?
baseball, 16. It was
Okay.
16. You right when we won it.
I gotcha. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
That's really cool.
Nice.
One more thing before
I got one follow up actually for the kid pitch first home run. Did you pimp that one, or were you kind of just like, oh my god, I can't believe I hit it out?
I think actually I was running fast.
Yeah,
I got around
just head
first.
down.
I was gone, then there was.
You didn't
got
realize
it
it was gone. I love that. All right, I got one for you. So, we touched a little bit on your dad being a great athlete, played running back at Southern Miss. If you could compare your baseball game to any NFL running back, current or past, what would you say and why?
You got me on that one.
Try to throw a little bit of curveball there.
I see. Oh, I don't know.
Are you thinking like, Marshawn, you're running through people's faces, the intensity? Are you thinking more like, I don't know if I'm dating myself, Reggie Bush, that kind of era, or what are you thinking?
I'm thinking more of a like one of those good, calm, and relaxed running backs. That was pretty good.
There you go.
They kind of came from under the radar and popped out.
Ice in the veins, the fifth rounder that turns into the perennial all pro, like that kind of guy you're thinking of. Okay. I like that.
I dig it. Yeah, I love that.
That's a good answer.
Let me see. What is something that you enjoy when you're out the field and not, at school or anything like that? Like, is there anything that really keeps you relaxed when you're not on the field?
One, I'll say pickleball. I enjoy playing pickleball. Hanging out with family, or just chilling at home playing a game or something. Nothing too much.
Okay.
If I'm not doing that, I'm doing something baseball related. So
I gotcha. I've had somebody try and invite me to pickleball. Is it similar to tennis? Because I'm not too familiar with it.
it's similar to tennis. It's just smaller.
Okay. Somebody
It's
the
pretty
other
fun,
night.
though.
Yeah, somebody the other night told me it's like it is tennis, but the rules are way different. And I'm just like, I can barely play tennis as it is. So I'm like,
You should try it one day. It's actually fun.
okay. I'll have to give it a shot one of these days, especially when it gets warmer. Because right now
When it get warm, I haven't
It
been.
is
I do
way
like
too cold.
It's been
I
cold.
like the idea of smaller tennis for sure because I've seen, I know that I can't play regular tennis, so smaller tennis is much more up my alley.
You might get it with that one.
Maybe a little bit of ping pong too. Was that like miniature tennis?
It's a mixture of it.
Okay. One last thing before I turn it back over to Connor. If there's a Mount Rushmore of outfielders for you that you've looked up to growing up, who are those for and why?
I say one, I gotta go with Ronald Acuna. Two, I gotta go probably say Aaron Judge. Three, who could we go with three? I'd probably say Michael Harris. Four, let's see, who would I go with? Probably say Juan Soto.
Okay, that's a really good four right there.
Yeah.
Any
I
particular
feel pretty
reason?
good.
Really, just those were the four top players that I like watched growing up. I just felt like they always have stood out to me in different ways. So I just enjoyed watching them growing up.
Awesome, Connor. I'll let you finish it up here.
Yeah, I'd say I'd feel pretty good about Juan Soto as my fourth outfielder for sure. But all right, I got two more before we wrap up here, and I turn it back over to Tyler. If you could face one pitcher in the major leagues right now, who would it be?
I'd probably say Jacob deGrom.
There you go. I like that. We've gotten a lot of Skeens and Otani answers, but I like DeGrom for sure.
I believe
right,
that's
and
the
then-
first DeGrom answer we've gotten out of anybody.
Well, that's great. I know we got a Scoople on one of our last ones, so it's good. We're really diversifying the answers on this question. I like it. All right, I got one more, potentially the most important question we're asking. Have you chosen a walk-up song for this year?
I've been trying to figure that out for the past 3 weeks. Feel like I was gonna do the show goes on, but I would change my mind. So I really don't know what I want to do yet. But I don't have much time to decide, so I need to hurry up and do that.
Yeah.
Advice from me: keep the show goes on. That is a very good song.
Think so?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, but hey, that's all we've got right now. So EJ, thank you again for coming on and talking with us. Very excited to see what you're able to do this spring, and we're rooting for you through the rest of the draft cycle. And we hope for nothing but the best for you moving forward.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Of course.
Thanks, EJ. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.